Hello, stargazers! I am your magician, but you can call me Esther, and welcome back to the Great East Attorney Chronicles! I am joined by the usual...
Me, hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well.
Woohoo! We have our usual gang back with us, and it's been a good 2 weeks since we last played. How has everybody been? Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. Everyone's been super busy.
Going through a lot behind the scenes. Got a lot of busy stuff to do.
Don't you just love it when life is so fucking busy that you can't have chronicled ace attorneys?
I know. Also, why is it showing my mouse? Turn that off. Capture cursor? Nah. Alright. Let's chronicle these ace attorneys. Yeah!
Episode 4.
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Whoa! 6 months of peak ace attorney. Yeah! That's what I'm saying. Hey! Welcome back to the apprenticeship. Thank you for 6 months. That's crazy! Thank you, thank you, thank you! And I hope you continue to enjoy the ace attorney streams. We've got a whole bunch more coming. Oh my god. Susata! Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo?
No, not at all.
It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious. I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night.
What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Buria, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other.
Oh yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare.
Oops, sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking.
In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill.
I really am sorry.
Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days, or less.
London is a scary place.
Ah, Judge, this is you.
Is this the guy from before?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
I'm trying to think. I forget what I did. What he sounded like.
You made him sound all like deep and big and booming.
Okay.
Give me a
morning
big
to you
hug.
at this early hour.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, well.
Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday.
That is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart.
Yes, I believe you had a very compressive initiation into British courtroom practices.
Oh, yes. It was very eye-opening. Thank you.
And, in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end.
Yes, I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed.
Oh!
No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer. My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land.
Thank you very much. So, I'm a lawyer now.
Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem.
Another case? Already?
Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I?
It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it yet.
What's to come to terms with? What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for?
Matt Berry!
Am I still Matt Berry, or am I actually doing like the?
It's up to you.
It's up to the chat if they want it. I'll just tell me if they want to stay Matt Berry. I'll try to imitate more of the actual judge's voice in the thing. Well,
If you want my guiding voice of opinion, I say stick with Matt Berry personally, but that's just me. Chat, what do you think?
Yeah. I'll continue with Matt Berry until, like, otherwise.
The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court.
Ink donated 2.
Matt Berry.
We have our answer.
Berry over the mat. Ah, shit, sorry.
All yours. Welcome in, Alita.
Wow.
Thank you for the $2.
Consequently, the jury will not be required to prefer judgment.
Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure. So it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
And then he fell over and died.
That's crazy.
I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent.
Mr. Naruhodo.
It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended.
Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer.
Sorry?
What do you mean, Lord Strongheart?
Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial.
No!
What? Mr. McGilded is dead?
What?
And nothing of value was lost. I hope I get noticed. Hello, welcome in, War Daddy. Hello, can't stick around tonight, but just swinging by to say goodnight. Hey, Kestrel, take care.
Take care, Kestrel.
I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk.
Convert. Have you seen my armband? Lord Strongheart, may I show you this?
To accept this item, issue a receipt, examine it thoroughly, and make a formal statement of my findings.
This was 2 weeks
Would
ago, but I
require
still remember
something
it.
in the region of 24 seconds of my time.
Sorry?
This is the item warrant 24 seconds of my time, Mr. Naruhodo.
let's leave it for now. Jeez, don't need to be such a dick about it. I don't understand. What happened? How can he be dead?
After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom.
Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of.
Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames.
No.
How could such a thing have happened?
That is being investigated as we speak. But already, the police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of McGilded.
That's awful!
The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere.
That bailiff really needs to pay more attention.
And how could that have happened?
That is also being investigated as we speak.
Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus.
Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection.
Sorry? What inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
As inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage.
But then who was Mr. McGilded talking about?
Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police.
Oh, Mr. McGilded.
So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was... Wow.
Mr. Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old.
Wow, Sato's in such a way with words.
And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones.
How is she this good at mind reading?
The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can.
The most advanced in the world, is it?
It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair.
Simple? That was simple?
As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose.
I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple.
The circumstances of the case were so incriminating. I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny?
No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to the exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I have prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before.
What's going on? What was he going to say before?
Fun fact, those gears serve zero use. I mean, I don't know, I don't know what to make of this, because I mean, it's like, oh, the Supreme Court Justice or whatever. But, like, I don't know, this seems like it should be, like, inside a clock. I think, like, Big Ben, but...
That is it, yeah.
There's
a
a
clock right there in the background. You
right?
can see the time.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, It's the aesthetic? Is that what you mean to say, Yuri? Could you perhaps...
Atheistic?
Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned?
Don't tell me. It's a murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes.
Bing bong.
Don't worry. It's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different.
Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind? Oh, he's the one that... Okay.
That is to say, no one has died. Yet.
Yet.
And the trial would not be today. There is plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise.
So the trial's tomorrow, then.
Is everything alright?
Oh, yes, I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was... Well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGilded's trial.
Ah, yes. I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case. Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense.
Oh!
If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome.
The most terrible end awaits the defendant.
Yes, that's right.
Here we go again.
Your time is up. You will have to excuse me. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. There is not but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits.
Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time.
And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you.
Oh, what's that?
Yesterday, you remarked upon something. That you intended to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi. I would be interested to hear what exactly you meant by that. Inside 34 seconds.
Oh, well, Kazuma's always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the great justice system in the world worked so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And there's another thing.
Another thing? Continue.
On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me.
There's something very important that I have to do. Something very important. And what exactly would that be?
He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it to Great Britain.
You're out of time. Well, thank you for your enlightening discussion.
Mr. Naruhodo, what's this all about? Mr. Asogi never once mentioned anything of the sorts to me.
I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to appraise you of the details.
How long has he been there?
Where the hell did he come from?
So, I wish you the best of luck, and bid you farewell.
There's something very important that I have to do. Katsuma-sama, what did you mean?
I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think?
Yes, you're right.
I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all.
Yes?
See what I'm saving? Hey!
A face when your boyfriend, tells things to your gay best friend instead of you. Thank you for the $5.
Aster, why were you quick saving then? Are you planning to murder this detective?
Yeah.
And just see what happens?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. It's like Skyrim.
Anyway, Matt Berry wins the judge. Anyway, now for the likely dose of racism from a Brit for the stream. Yeah.
I forget what voice you wanted me to give this guy.
I mean...
I already imagined like one
over
of the
a
jury
month ago.
members' voices.
Do you have something in mind, Judge? I mean, he had...
No. I'm thinking like when Fen was on the jury, one of the jury members, like his voices fitted this guy pretty well.
Oh, this one? Like that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah,
That's it!
like that.
Also, I'm
Alright,
kind of obsessed with how his chin is moving back and forth.
He's got no chin. It's literally like fused into his head.
Yeah. Infinite fish and chips.
He's just like... Yeah.
Welcome in 1 kill per day.
he reloads, yeah.
What do you think? Fuck. Lovely weather, isn't it? What's the weather got to do with anything? Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart. Some frippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eaten out of your hand, you know? But Sato-san told me it was foolproof. I'm a busy man, a very busy man. There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to give the likes of you a talking to. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Can you imagine what the other officers there will be saying? Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the big league these days. And all because some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of. Hear that whipping sound? It's my reputation at the yard going to tatters. There's no need to rip us apart as well.
I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer.
Hey.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it?
It is unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine. Unbelievable! How did she pull that off? So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard.
Gregson! Inspector Gregson!
What's the matter with Sato-san? Does this detective's name mean something to her?
This is just how hard-boiled people eat. You gotta eat that way to stop the feathered fuckheads from stealing them. Very true. They just don't like Ryunosuke. I mean, you have to consider it's literally 1900s. They're racist. I shall be going to the UK if they've got the infinite chips. Nah, not that magical, unfortunately.
Oh.
Inspector! Are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson?
You're acting like you know this man, Miss Sato, but he's a London detective.
Oh, I do know him very well, in fact.
Very well?
Yes, he features prominently in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, in that publication. What's it called again? Randst magazine?
That's right. Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful friendly rivalry.
Really? You rival the great Mr. Sholmes? That's incredible. Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course, but he does come up with the goods from time to time.
Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all the Scotland Yarders. Those are his own words.
That's his highest praise?
Well, Mr. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see.
That he is not! And thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now! That's great, isn't it? I have to admit that to start with, I was a little, flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof. Well, that's wonderful. No, it is not! There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street! People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure. Rumors?
Are you quite sure?
He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head. Stuff like that.
Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you?
Like I said, they whisper. So I can't catch exactly what they're saying, but I know what folk are like. I'm sure that's what they're saying. As sure as eggs is eggs. I get the feeling this detective could be very hard work.
Oh dear. Perhaps a sudden rise to fame does change people.
So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before. Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, it couldn't be simpler.
Oh dear. That probably means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated.
I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling that you're right. A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she still laid up in hospital, unconscious.
That's despicable! What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind?
I suppose you would have finished whoever it was off with a Sasato takedown, would you?
Sorry to ask, is he your boyfriend? Fenrir? Yes. Me and Fenrir are dating.
Yes.
That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo.
Brace yourself, Ryunosuke, you've angered her now. Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest. So, there must have been something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit?
Or perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question.
Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one. Sorry? There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now. Why ever not? Simple. The prosecutor that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow is Lord Barak von Zeeks. No! Sounds like you've heard of him then.
Oh yes, we are very familiar with Lord Van Zeeks. Believed to be the harbinger of death itself.
The Reaper of the Bailey. Lord Barak von Zeeks, who we faced in court only yesterday.
Mr. McGilded told us about him before the trial, didn't he?
Oh,
Who's saying this, actually?
Nondescript voice. When Van
I think
Zeeks
Gregory.
stands for the
It's probably
prosecution.
it's probably Inspector Gregson, yeah.
Gregory.
Gregson, sorry.
Gregson, yeah. Muscle Man.
Gregory.
When Van Zeeks stands for the prosecution?
When Voxix stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. This Reaper of the Bailey nickname, I suppose he's earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty, is that it?
Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zeeks, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty.
And what of it?
Oh, well, I think that means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant.
No, you really don't have a clue, do you? What do you mean? What happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead. Magnus McGilded came a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames. You can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you? What are you saying? Look, if Von Zeeks could get the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. That's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles. He works magic. Black magic. I'd have a good long think about that if I were you. Are we really supposed to believe that? Right, well, I filled you in as requested, and I'm very nearly out of chips.
Are you?
So, I'll be heading back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations there.
It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place?
That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself. You've branded him a criminal already. He's as good as. Shaking like a leaf in his cell, he is. He'll give you a chuckle if nothing else. He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way. Inmate 53. Thank you.
Bye, chat.
So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say.
Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage too.
What if the man they've arrested is innocent? You could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell. And if I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny.
So,
If I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try. So, I think I'm going to make some enquiries. Will you help?
did you really think you had to ask? After all,
I am your judicial assistant.
Thank you. So then, shall we?
Yes! Let's go! I'm ill. I don't know why I feel like saving so much. I played Ender Lilies recently, and you're supposed to save a bunch in that game. What happens if we examine? Is there anything? New fun dialogue?
Look at these menacing metal giants facing each other across the room! Oh yeah, we didn't get the chance to investigate this area because we had a speedy.
Yeah, Susato got mad at us. I believe they're... Yes, they're suits of armor.
Oh, right. I thought maybe they were like the lion dogs we have in Japan guarding shrine gates.
No, not at all. In fact, in Europe, suits of armor like these are always possessed by evil spirits, you know? And they roam around in the middle of the night.
Really? Is there nothing you don't know, Miss Sato?
This book tells me everything I need to know about everything. If you're ever unsure, just ask.
Where did she get that incredible tome?
Cute.
I've investigated thoroughly, but I'm... Just look at all the naughty books packed together on these shelves. They go from floor to ceiling.
And they're all books that you couldn't hope to come by in Japan. It's like a dream.
Yes, a very bad dream.
They're not all about British law either. There are books about the judicial system of other Western nations. France, Germany, Spain, Holland.
What about Russia?
Why do you ask?
I was wondering about asking the Lord Chief Justice how you'd say wardrobe in Russian. What do you think?
I think perhaps it's a thought best abandoned. This must be the Lord Chief Justice's desk. I believe it's made of marble.
It looks more like an over-the-top tombstone that's toppled over to me.
I think that's your fanciful imagination at work again, Mr. Naruhodo.
It feels like everything that's normally made of wood and paper at home is made of bricks and stone here.
I know. That's why this place feels so overbearing, I'm sure. Can we investigate the... Yeah.
Is this some kind of clock?
Actually, I think we might be inside some sort of giant clock. But those gears are larger than anything you'd find on a steam locomotive even. I thought you said naughty books. Naughty books, the kind furries read in their
spare
time.
shut up, Fanta, I get that joke. Oh my god.
Y'all are so
+2.
silly. Yeah, +2.
+2.
Thank you for the $2.
It's eerie. Do you think clocks are some sort of hobby of his? The Lord Chief Justice, I mean.
Well, boys do enjoy fiddling around with machines, don't they?
I'm not sure you could fiddle with cogs that size, and I'm certain you couldn't call him a boy. Still, it's amazing how little noise the cogs make, considering how large they are. There's actually something quite soothing about their precise rhythm.
Cute. Alright, is there anything else? I don't think so. Alright, let's move.
Let's get the fuck out of here!
The scene of the crime or the prison?
Road or prison?
So we can go to either one.
What does everybody think? Where should we go?
If you want my opinion, I'm gonna go to the prison first.
Alright.
Okay, why did you just go with my opinion after asking everybody?
So, Danny.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
prisoner in the cell is gonna be you.
Oh, fuck. So these are British prison cells.
Oh, they're ghastly. It feels just like a dungeon.
Yes, and having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls.
Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo. You're making it seem worse.
Apparently, our client is in this cell here.
Because you're everything for her, Mugs.
Aww. Cute.
I got something in my throat. Thank you. Very true. That said, I do have Judge playing most of the major characters. I think the only like main character-esque person that Judge is not playing, or the main character-esque man that Judge is not playing, is Ryunosuke. I tried to balance it out a bit better this time because we played Ace Attorney Investigations collection last time, and I gave way too much to Mugman, so Judge wasn't doing anything like ever, and I felt really bad about it. So I tried to work out the balance better this time. That said, I also really love the Great Ace Attorney, so it was a bit easier. Yes, go.
But it's so dark at the back there. I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like.
Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see you. Stop by at the back of the cell and show your face at once.
Am I a cat as yet with no name? Calling me by a number. It's utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable. I refuse to answer.
Mr. Naruto, what? What do you think is going on here?
I have no idea. But I wasn't just hearing things, was I? A tirade of complaints was in Japanese. Yo, is the guy. See?
Go crazy with him. You go
I'm
all
not
out.
woken up for this yet. Fucking hell. Alright.
Just make him. I mean, he's pretty comedic. So
Yeah, I got it. Excuse me, but shh, quiet. I'm fine. They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening. Even now, I could sense it. Right. So, could I ask you, there you are! You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it! You're a ghost! A ghost?
We mean you no harm, prisoner-san. Are you Japanese, by any chance?
This is beyond my wildest dreams! Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's fine. We were just a little surprised, that's all. Imagine it! It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am in a frightful fix in a foreign land! So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hell was most monumentally moving moments!
You might need to back up some.
I have my condenser on. It should be... Okay,
Still,
whatever.
because
Okay, got it.
Sorry.
Who could have guessed that this... Yeah, exactly, thank you. That's what I was going for.
It's really good.
Who could have guessed that this new client Lord Strongheart assigned to us would turn out to be a fellow Japanese? What compassion my fellow countrymen show! To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student! Noble, nurturing, never failing Nippon! A first-class lawyer? Oh dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here.
I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what's happened? Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example?
Yes, I can. Well, stay silent and silent.
I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy.
Yes, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I am a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
And I am Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba.
I am a visiting student sent here by our government, notoriously named Natsume! Soseki Natsume. Have you seen my armband? Yes! Yes! The symbol of one of our great empire's first-rate liars! Which means, of course, he'll stand by my side! He'll defend me! Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't why I was showing it to you. Then why else would you show me that? Oops, in hindsight, that probably wasn't the best idea.
So, for a big important note, Soseki Natsume is a real person. He's a historical author who wrote very famous works such as I Am a Cat, Wagahai wa Neko de Aru, and Kokoro. If you look up Soseki Natsume, you will actually get a lot of results. He is an extremely famous figure in Japanese literature, and every single Japanese person knows who he is because he is a staple of Japanese elementary school education. The game art's very beautiful, isn't it?
Soseki Natsume-san? What an unusual name. Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see. A writer of haiku.
I should get some books of his. I read his book London Tower. It was brilliant, definitely.
It's something of a nom de plume. A nom de plume? You mean an alias?
That's right, Naruhodo-san.
No! Don't be so prosaic! It's much more refined than that! And haiku? That really reminds me of home.
Did I hear you say that you were a visiting student, sent over here by the government?
Yes, that's right. A year ago, I was told to go and study English. First, I had to suffer that misery, and now this is beyond the pale! Suffer that misery. Did you not want to study here? No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course. Oh. But! Just because the government tells you to do something, does it mean you can do it? No.
What do you mean?
If they told me to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language! Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable! I see. Only the other day I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise words on whitewashing!
Is this an accurate representation of what he was like in real life, or...
I don't know if he was this eccentric, but it is true that in his life he did go on an exchange tour to England, and he hated his time there.
I don't know if he was this kind of, though. You must be a man of great standing.
Oh, yes! So I'm often told.
Very true. If you can send over a blank piece of paper to the government, which I think did actually happen. Yeah.
And often like to be told, it seems.
Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Soseki-san?
I didn't do it! I didn't commit that atrocious murder!
Murder?
Oh, no, it's all right. The woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes! Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker? I didn't see anyone. What? If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here?
Oh dear. It seems this case is becoming rather complicated.
Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? It's the curse! The curse of London! It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient. So, Soseki-san was there at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker?
It's vital that we find out more about the case.
It was an accursed evening, just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. I'd been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings. Sure, the bookshop wasn't accursed too. As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman, wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet.
How terrible!
I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish grim graveyard. Slight exaggeration there, perhaps. Move on. Move on. Move on. Move on. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings. That's not good. They'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that.
Tell me, Soseki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours?
Don't be ridiculous! Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English? And a young woman at that! I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure! I can't talk to people! I see. A young woman unknown to Soseki-san. At the time it happened, who else did you see nearby? Did anybody pass you? Regrettably. Apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul. No one. Oh, great!
So the victim was unknown to you, and there was nobody else on the street at the time. That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it?
What conundrum?
Mugs, you gotta stop. You're killing everyone with this incredible performance.
What do you mean, Sato-san? What's the conundrum? I'm going to keep going and none of you could stop me.
Well, if what Soseki-san has just told us is true, then there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim, and that there was no one else at the scene. Then, he apparently fled without having been seen.
I did! But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit. You, what did you just say? Nothing. I didn't say anything. Oops. Perhaps I thought that a little loudly.
Welcome in, Brady.
I'm calming the baby. I'm calming the baby. I'm calming the baby. I'm calming it. I'm calming down.
Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Soseki-san actually come to be arrested?
Sorry?
He didn't touch the victim, and there was nobody at the scene to see him. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place?
Oh, yes. She's right. panic, a secret detective! He led the police to me! Of all the bad luck, a cursed great detective. Could it be? I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live, with his hearty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed, busybody, be gone! May you be cursed until the end of your days, Hairlock Stone! I knew it!
Mr. Sholmes! Hairlock Sholmes!
Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure. It was the morning after that nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese, when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They started shouting at me, "This is the police! Put the weapon down!" It was a thin sliver, and yes, it was hard. But I wasn't eating a weapon! Disgusting dietary discrimination! You clearly had a trying morning yesterday. And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Hairlock Sholmes. It's actually just Hairlock Sholmes. He's English. I've since found out that he's a famous name in detection here in London.
Yes, the great detective is really very well known.
And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently.
Calm down, Chewie.
Thank you for the 2, Donna.
He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman! Me? This weak, stooped kitten of a man? I wonder what great deduction process led him to this conclusion this time.
Do you mean to say that Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable.
Well, the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in.
Of course you were. That's only natural. You're doing so good.
I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Fiendish foreign flabbery! Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English. Good point, good point. But my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, "Yes, I do," and "I'm fine."
Thank you for the 2, Donna. For Raven. Thank you, Raven, for the 2, Donna.
And thank you, Sif, for being the messenger.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. The next thing I knew, I was in manacles. And before I knew it, I was thrown in here.
Oh dear. I'm afraid that's hardly surprising.
I'm fine. It's not fine now. Mr. Naruhodo Esquire! Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo. And when we're speaking English, a simple Mr. is more than enough.
Aw.
Oh, yes. All right. Yes. They've really got to be. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you? Well, Why? Why is it so hard to say yes to me? Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself on a study tour. A student. I have defended a case in the Old Bailey. Only the one, though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means.
Oh, なるほどさ。
I'm not even the foreign student who was supposed to be here. I'm a sort of locum lawyer, I suppose. But that armband, that's the mark of a defense lawyer from a great empire. It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend. A keepsake? I know exactly what they're saying about me.
Oh, who do you mean?
The lawyers. Oh, the British defense lawyers. They won't defend me.
Goodness! Why do you say that?
For the same reason as you noticed before. When it happened, there was only the victim and myself around. And I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit. It must be very hard for you, Soseki-san. And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, somebody not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before, in my earshot without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said. And, of course, the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say, the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway. That's awful. They're wrong! I've studied more English than half of the policemen out there on the streets! I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history! But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it. Couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through. Soseki-san, it's just that... Give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can, for the time being. What do you mean?
We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you. Locum student Mr. Naruto is clear.
We should be going then, Naruto-san. We have a case to prepare for. I really like that conversation. It's really great.
That is a really good conversation, yeah.
Like, I don't know, you... And the moment's gone.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, there we go. I'm back to screaming about Esquires and stuff.
But, I don't know, like... Ace Attorney as a series is usually so silly. And then suddenly we have this conversation about, like, you know, missing your hometown and, like, Soloseki, like, explicitly facing racism. And I was just like, wow! And it's like sensitively written too, so I appreciated it a lot. We still haven't been here yet. I wonder what awaits us.
Off we go to Briar Road.
There you go. Man, I really like Natsume. I remember he was definitely a favorite of mine when I first got to this case. I think we actually finished this case.
We did. We made it partway through case 5 before
Case 5 when we stopped. Yeah.
before we stopped. But yeah, we're definitely gonna finish it this time. There's a lot I could say in regards to relating to this, but I don't think this is really the place to go into it. I'm sure that I feel like, I mean, as a white person, I can't really speak on facing racism, but you're not the first person that I've heard say things like that. So I don't know, I was very pleased to see it.
Verisimilitude. Thank you, Sif, for the alley-oop.
Yes, for the SAT words.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm drinking water. Natsume.
다요네. Yeah. You killed it, by the way. That was incredible. 800 in writing, baby. Wow! Perfect score! 수게.
Now I understand why we go to you whenever we need writing advice.
And that's why this one is called the Great Ace Attorney, because it's the greatest one. Yeah, you're right.
So this is where it happened. Briar Road.
Look! Mr. Naruhodo! Look at that regulation metal helmet! It's unmistakable! The men of Scotland Yard are here! They're investigating as we speak!
That is their job, you know.
But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes! They're often depicted in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, but I'd never dreamt I'd ever come this close to a real Bobby's helmet!
What? The helmet?
Of course! I have to try one on one day!
Well, I hope your Hattie dream comes true.
Cute.
What's the Japanese delegation doing here?
I think that everyone can speak on or get into the issue of racism. Oh yeah, no, you're right. And like, I mean, I guess in the sense that like I can't relate to an experience like that. Certainly I can recognize it though. Also, welcome in Skittles and welcome in Candy. Oh, Inspector Gregson!
I got a brand new thing of chips. You want some? Never mind, I'm not giving you them. Fuck you. It's in the tourist trail, as I'm fairly sure you're well aware.
Yes, of course. We're here to investigate.
So, you've been to the holding cells then. What'd you make of the criminal?
He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect.
We'll see about that. You Japanese like to sit together, I suppose. Well, do what you will. It doesn't bother me. The bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens. And the verdict's a foregone conclusion. Ah, the stone-cold air of rejection.
Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone-cold air.
That makes it worse somehow.
Have you seen
Inspector
my armband?
Gregson, could I show you this? Have you seen my armband? I'm supposed to know what that is? Never seen that insignia before. It's worn by defense lawyers in the Empire of Japan as a symbol of their profession. In other words, it's a worthless trinket here in Great Britain. Oh no, it's very important to me. It shows my spirit. An English gentleman keeps things like his spirit very much to himself, I'll have you know. Oh.
Don't give up, Mr. Naruhodo.
It's too late. He's crushed my spirit already.
Let's talk with him first and then we'll look around. Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about it in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place.
The Yard is the most sophisticated policing organization you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am.
Oh, and you know, I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet.
It does make them look the part, seeing that policeman there with his helmet on. You certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty of protecting the city.
Oh my god, 14-month membership. Hello. We've been trying to reach out to you regarding your vehicle's extended warranty. That's crazy. Thank you so much for sticking around for this long. It's been a while, hasn't it? 14 whole months. Since then, you've become my head mod, and we've also become really close as friends, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Thank you so much.
Everybody say thank you, Sif.
Everybody say thank you, Sif. Woo! Round of applause. Oh, yes! Doesn't he look wonderful?
Being a London bobby is hard going, I can tell you.
Oh, really?
First thing in the morning, you know what he does? Goes round and rouses all the labourers on his beat so they can get up to work. What? He wakes people up? Yep, raps on the windows with a long pole. I did it myself going back a bit.
I had no idea.
The bobby works for the people of the town. It's just another one of his duties. And after that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance. I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way.
Let me see. 20 miles. That's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama.
On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far. And when it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps.
Oh my.
And I suppose in between all of those duties, bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well.
You good?
What?
You like vanished.
Me?
Yeah, like while you were talking, you just kind of went like that. Like, what happened there?
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, no, sorry. I'm good.
Okay. And chase after criminals trying to evade the law.
I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly. More alongside. But yes, we're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I admit.
I'd always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why would you say that?
Why would she say that? Give me a second.
I hate compliments so well played. Get fucked. Wow, there's so much to see here. Anyway, I don't remember if we actually like formally get the chance to look around this area, so I kind of want to do it right now.
Go for it, girl.
Oh, that's a Scotland Yard carriage! They use vehicles like that to rush to crime scenes and cart away criminals!
You're very well informed, aren't you?
It's long been a dream of mine to ride one of those through the streets of London.
Well, just pick up a stone and throw it through one of the windows then.
But that would mean being arrested in order to ride it, wouldn't it? Still, if it's the only way, help me find a good stone.
No, I wasn't serious!
Fun fact, the cart has 1 horsepower. False! Did you know that 1 horse is actually about 15 horsepower? Hold on, I'm gonna Google it right now. How many horsepower does a horse have? The maximum output of a horse is around 15 horsepower.
What the fuck?
Boom.
I thought it was like 1 horsepower per horse.
No, 1 horse is 15 horsepower.
Have I been fucking lied to you? What the fuck is this?
Look it up! Look it up, y'all. EnergyEducation.ca says, yes. Although it may seem safe to assume that 1 horsepower is the output a horse is capable of creating at any one time, that is incorrect. In fact, the maximum output of a horse can be up to 15 horsepower. And the maximum output of a human is a bit more than a single horsepower. So it's called horsepower, but really it's human power. In my defense, this particular horse kind of sucks. So basically, we've got a human pulling it, and that amount of strength. That's great.
Shut up.
What a delightful snowman.
I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. It looks a little creepy.
Oh, it has a scarf, look!
You'd need one if you weren't out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one.
I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment, too. We certainly can't afford a scarf.
Surely the snowman here wouldn't miss his?
But the person who made the snowman certainly would.
Yes, I know, you're right. Anyways, even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow.
Then why do we call it horsepower? I don't know. Ask the government.
Yeah. Honestly? Yeah, ask the government, you know. They probably have no, I got nothing. I got nothing. I was really trying to come up with a good joke there and I couldn't think of shit. Anyways, that's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime scene is undisturbed. I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons.
I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern.
Oh, no, I'm not getting caught out again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on.
Yes, you've had some dreadful experiences. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. It does you no favors at all.
Next time I have the council of the most powerful governing body on Earth, I'll be sure to ask this question and leave. Thank you. Please let us know how it goes.
Why am I lagging?
I dropped like 1 second of frames, so...
Yeah, you did. And
anyway,
I'm back though. Hello.
I am now back too.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. We are set and goody and 2 shoes. Like the little...
Hi.
Okay. There are piles of snow on the pavement here and there, but the road itself is covered in carriage tracks.
It seems carriages often travel down Briar Road. It soon disperses all the snow.
I slept over when I was walking down the pavement earlier. It seems like it would be far safer to walk on the road instead.
Oh, but you're rather small, Mr. Naruhodo, and dressed in all black. I worry coachmen might not see you, and you could be flattened by horses.
Well, thank you for the rather small concern. What the hell? Oh, man. The clouds look so big and heavy in the sky, don't they? And with the dense fog as well, everything looks hazy.
Well, it is known as Foggy London Town.
I could just make out some sort of spire through the fog. It looks like it's still being built, though.
Aha! Yes! That must be the Crystal Tower, being built for the Great Exhibition that's to open in 6 months' time. Apparently, it's going to be very striking, glazed on all sides, and the symbolic centerpiece of the exhibition.
It's to be the largest exposition in the history, is it? I can't even begin to imagine it.
This is the first Strand-type street. So fun fact, the magazine that Susato reads, Randst Magazine, comes from... It was originally called Strand Magazine, but they changed the name.
Do you see all the black smoke rising from the chimneys over there?
It says here that, in Great Britain, many people heat their homes in winter using coal.
The only chimneys I really remember seeing in Japan were on top of the bathhouse. Do you think some of those houses could be on fire?
Not at all.
Well, even so, that much thick smoke billowing up to the heavens is surely going to turn the whole sky black sooner or later.
Of course. You may be right about that.
Ugh, they predicted pollution. They did! Oh my god, they're so good at reading the future.
They're so good at this. Nobody does it like them.
Real! Average day in Britain, clouds and dense fog everywhere, literally. Esther's only a few emendations away, I don't know that word, from a solid Princess Zelda.
Now that you mention it,
I wasn't going for that, but like, it is kind of close, isn't it?
Anyway, all yours.
Okay. Oh, look at the windows of that building there.
Are you sure they're windows?
Yes, but they're all filled in with bricks.
Oh, you're right. I wonder why. Perhaps it's an empty property where nobody lives at the moment?
There's smoke coming up from the chimneys, though.
Oh dear. Everything still feels very foreign. There's so much we have to learn about this place. That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history.
Well, time certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. In fact, it looks in decidedly worse shape than the other houses around here.
Now that he mentions it, yeah, do you see that, like, the pillar going down the middle? It's like coming away from the bricks. Do you see that?
We are doing amazing.
We must find some cheap lodgings ourselves as soon as possible.
Yes, you're right. Cheap, but ideally with reasonably level floors.
Yeah, like right here. You'll see that?
Oh, a British bicycle, look! Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore.
Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling.
It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well.
The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that.
Goodness, do you dislike bicycles?
No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you'd ever tried walking on stilts and fallen into a river, I know you'd agree with me.
We'll have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around.
That's cute.
Okay, is that everything?
Nope. Can't find anything out of place. Alright, let's go talk to Gregson. Alright, sorry dude, we just kind of like walked around the street and left you here.
It happened at around 5 in the evening, 2 days ago. Just there, on that open bit of pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind. Is it... water... Okay. Is it right that the lady is still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated in hospital.
Going out, bye to you too. Bye, Alita. Take care.
I never said she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all. I suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course. Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. You can take it if you want. Really? Are you sure? It's the old policy to give lawyers defending suspects the odd bit of information to go on. I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still.
Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept.
Is Neruhodo critiquing or expressing his concern about bike riding a reference to Phoenix riding a bike generations later? I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. Like, bikes are very common in Japan nowadays as a mode of transport. It's pretty funny because, like, at the beginning of the Ace Attorney, like, anime, there is, like, a scene of, like, Phoenix riding a bike in a full suit, and it's really funny to me. But that's common scenery in Japan.
Anyway.
As far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So who did it, do you think? Not much of a head-scratcher, is it? Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming not to have seen anyone else around, but...
But just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present.
I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure.
How?
Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed. What? We have two very reliable witnesses, no less.
Hold on, give me 1 sec.
I used to fix bicycles for my first job. Cool. That's where I saw him riding a bike too. Yeah, iconic Chile. Anyway, can everybody give Mugman a round of applause for the insane voice work?
It was a typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see them. There were witnesses, no? Who are these witnesses, Inspector? Fellow and his wife, and the man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens in all of London. He's a copper from Scotland Yard. A policeman? That might change things.
And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked?
Nothing peculiar about that, ma'am. Part and parcel of being a bobby, catching a bang in the act and all that.
I have no idea how you do it, you hairball. Mugman's so good, right?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the tune, Anna.
Don't worry, just give me a little bit of caffeine, and I will be bouncing off the walls.
Ooh.
In your ears.
Ooh.
Do you think it might be possible for us to ask that policeman a few questions? Be my guest. You can ask him what you like. In court tomorrow. I have no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness. So that'll give you something to look forward to.
I'll go make you a cuppa of gamer subs. You just said a cup of gamer subs.
That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man before us, and it seems fine.
I want a cup of gamer subs too. A mug, if you will.
A mug of gamer subs.
A policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed.
Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me of that too. Oh, yes, one more thing, Inspector. Well, the person who led you to the suspect, I hear that was Mr. Herlock Sholmes? What are you bringing him up for? Was it something I said? The color is drained from his cheeks. Uh-oh.
Hold on, I need to shut my window. Y'all get to sit in silence for a couple seconds.
Yeah. A cup of anime girl thighs? True, actually. I need to bribe Mida to get me more gamer subs flavors.
Oh yeah, anime girl thighs is
That
my
means pay
favorite
them.
though.
That means pay them.
Yes.
Who did you hear that name from? Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsume who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings.
I'm sure it was the result of one of Mr. Sholmes's inspirational great deductions.
It'll battle. The man's an amateur, and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere.
You're gonna hate me for this, but in
Don't make the
British,
joke.
It's amateur.
Huh? Amateur?
Yeah.
Oh, makes sense, yeah.
The man's an amateur.
Yeah. There we go, that makes more sense, actually.
I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of a crime, wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the case.
Yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he?
He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he?
Gibble gabble! Ever seen this before?
Oh, yes, that's Rand's magazine.
The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Sherlock Holmes appears.
Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in its stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the Yard, it's a misadventure to be included in any of Sherlock Holmes' tale at all.
Well, I suppose there is an element of that.
We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be thumped by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man's as dangerous to us at Scotland Yard as he is to all our criminals.
That can't really be true, can it, Inspector?
Clearly, the great detective and the police have a complex relationship.
Tomorrow's trial.
Oh, that twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. You gonna defend him or not?
Well,
Makes no difference to me, but I will just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a barge pole.
because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean?
There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying. It is all a bit strange, though.
Sorry?
The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now.
Yes, we did hear something to that effect.
And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum. The master criminals. The violent ones.
Master criminals?
The violent ones.
That's right. He handpicks his victims. Only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins.
But Mr. Nutsmay wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely.
That's just my point, sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. So this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a better phrase.
Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it?
No, there's got to be more to it. For some reason he's taken an interest.
Really? What sort of reason, Inspector?
You think I can tell what's going on inside the head of that Lord of Darkness? You'll have to ask him yourself for tomorrow's trial.
Are we really going to have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he put it. Well, I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective.
Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion?
Oh, yes. What is it?
Suggestion, I think, actually, but whatever.
Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this.
By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes?
Yes! Mr. Sherlock Holmes, exactly!
Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Nutsmay did blame Mr. Sholmes for all this, didn't he?
Yes, he did! He really did! Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again.
The trouble is, we have no idea of the man's
Baker
address.
Street!
How do you know that?
It's in the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street, the most famous address in the world.
Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. We'd better try to find our way there before Sato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable.
Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage.
So we're to have a reunion already. With the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Finally, Judge gets lines.
I know.
Sholmes is sweet. Can we really visit, do you think? Oh, pinch me. I'm sure I must be dreaming. Judge, are you here?
I think he's dead.
Scramble. Yep,
Yes,
I would not be surprised.
Hi!
Thank you for your patience.
Oh, good.
Thank you very much. It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day. Thanks again. This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Wow, look at this room.
Sholmes is sweet.
The budget for this
So
game
this
must have
is
been
where the
insane. No. Oh, honey, no.
No, actually, quite the opposite.
This game had basically no budget, actually. Anyway.
Go ahead.
So this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow. Is it as described in the stories, Mr. Sato? Sato-san?
Many, many famous cases have been solved here in this very room.
Oh, I suppose they must have been, yes. I've never read the stories, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be.
The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it! The romanticism! Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, I suppose I can, yes.
So, if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please don't mind me.
She's obsessed.
The glazing is crazy.
Well...
I mean, they had, like, enough for a cutscene, I guess, but, like, they really didn't have that much money to work on this game.
I mean, Ace Attorney is like... even the first one had, like, a actual nothing budget.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, for the game itself, on Ace Attorney, only 4 people worked on it. Like, the first game, only 4 people. Insane! And the series has always kind of had that sort of humbleness about it, I feel. Even when they graduated to, like, 3D, and especially with this game, like, they still kind of kept that... I mean, they didn't use that much money to make it. I don't know the exact budget, but, it really wasn't much.
It looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. Excuse me, is anybody home?
Oh, do we have a visitor? Hello. Is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes?
Hello. Wait. Aren't you...
Oh, how rude of me. I'll go and make some tea at once.
I'm sure it's the same goal. Goal?
Go, yeah.
Goal? Goal. Goals! Miss Sato, did you see the girl who was just here?
Oh, yes. Isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case.
The King of Bohemia?
King Wilhelm Gottsfried Sigismund voiced I almost had it there. I almost had it. Can y'all believe that? King Wilhelm Gottsfried Sigismund von Ormstein, of course.
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
Clip that. I'm so sorry.
I want to save that soundbite.
Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there.
The tea's brewed, and I have a freshly baked cake as well.
It's you!
I knew it. Sato-san recognizes her too.
There you are. And taking that with you as well, I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, good day to you. I'm... well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
It's the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilded's trial in the defendant's antechamber.
I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Poor you, having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London.
Oh, yes, it was challenging.
Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know.
Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that color?
Oh my, what a fragrant yet mellow flavor.
Hooray! It's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see. You must be exhausted after your long voyage here, and you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're to defend a Japanese man. Oh, I do wish you lots and lots of luck.
Did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us by any chance?
Oh, you know Hurley, do you?
Hurley? Mr. Sholmes to you, surely.
Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see.
Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on errand again today, even though he's just returned from overseas.
Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, do you think?
And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Sholmes' suite?
Oh, silly me. I haven't introduced myself, have I? It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. I live here together with Hurley.
Iris, is it?
Mm-hmm.
What a lovely name.
What?
What's the matter?
No, wait, this can't be. Did you say that your name is Wilson?
What's the matter with Sato-san? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden?
Yes, that's right. And what are your names?
Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan.
Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. It's wonderful to meet you.
Lovely. Susie and Runo. Got it.
Susie?
And Runo? There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I have so many questions for her, I don't know where to start.
Yes, and so do I.
Have you seen my armband? Iris, could I show you this?
Oh, how exciting! What is it? Tell me all about it.
Oh, actually, I was hoping you might be able to tell me something about it if anything comes to mind.
Why would it?
Well, no, I suppose it wouldn't.
Tell me. I want to hear everything.
Oh, this hasn't gone according to plan.
Let's examine this room. I'm pretty sure the dialogue in here actually changes as you move, as you visit here again, so. Here, I'll turn down the game a little
on
bit.
These shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple at any moment.
I keep telling Hurley not to cram so much on those shelves.
Good advice.
He wanted to look something up in one of those books a while ago. But it was so tightly wedged in, he couldn't get it out. So he went and bought a new copy instead.
What? How wasteful! Actually, I think we might be able to still investigate it after we talk with her, so let's do that.
It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey.
Let me turn the game back up.
Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming.
Though at the time we did have a rather large gun pointed at us.
Like this?
Thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you?
Oh, yes, that awkward witness, Gina Lestrade.
Oh, Ginny! Yes, she's a professional pickpocket.
So we found out.
It was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that.
Are you referring to that trial-disrupting gun-like contraption?
Exactly. So I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my inventions.
This girl is dangerous.
Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that, so she could apologize to my trusty technician.
Sorry, your technician?
Hurley, of course, silly.
You notice the pose?
Yeah, it's the same pose! Hurley?
Yes, Herlock Sholmes. We live here together.
I had no idea the great detective had such an interesting young daughter.
Daughter? Not likely.
What?
I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I?
Well then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes?
Well, I expect you found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate.
Your roommates?
I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you?
10 at last this year.
Well, what of your mother and father?
Oh no, they're not around.
Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there.
Wilson.
Oh, yes! There's something I must ask you!
Of course. Go ahead, Susie.
I'm a very great fan of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes and...
You have a copy of Rand's magazine!
Yes! I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship.
Oh, this is so exciting! My stories are being read on the other side of the world!
My stories?
That's right! Hurley's always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think?
Goodness!
Last night, he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. So, I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came.
So, you are the author?
Yes, I'll let you in on a secret if you like. I'm going to call this latest adventure the Speckled Band.
A speckled band? That's certainly very familiar.
Of course, I always change one or two details in the stories here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble.
Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually.
Yes, and of course, I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think. Don't you?
So, do you mean to say, the stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Rand's magazine?
All written by me? Yes, on my wonderful and very modern typewriter.
But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson.
Satha-san's getting more and more worked up.
Ah, yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson.
But what about the doctor of medicine part?
That's all true too. I am a doctor of medicine.
No, at 10 years old?
At 10 years old.
Well, that's quite incredible.
Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman.
Ah, yes. I did alter the setting slightly for the stories to be more compelling.
Oh,
Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow?
I suppose it does. Yes.
Poor Satha-san. She looks like her whole world has just fallen apart.
Poor thing. Her dreams are shattered. I know, I feel so bad. Poor Susato.
About before.
Yes, yes. What's on your mind, Bruno? Do tell me.
How did you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London? I mean,
Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know of all that?
Oh, that's what you mean.
Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail.
Of course, I'd be delighted. Although there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular! First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Runo. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber.
but you also said that we'd only just arrived in London. How did you know that?
I observed a passport and a travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket.
Oh,
So I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against that particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs.
the Reaper of the Bailey. I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with the suspect, weren't you? Earlier today. Huh? They use those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see.
I didn't realize.
And the red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus Begilded, the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particularly sad expression on your face, so I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case.
I see.
But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow?
Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It's obviously amused him. He told me that he'd caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling.
A Japanese man? Well, clearly that must have been...
Mr. Natsume! Now, Runo has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both came from Japan yourselves. So I put 2 and 2 together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley's always stabbing his notes with a knife, you know. He is silly. And that's all there was to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct?
They were spot on.
That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction.
You even managed the certain something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery.
Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that.
This is really very good news. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris, please?
So, yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man. You were saying...
Yes? Hurley had just arrived back to London after his sea voyage. But the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene.
Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems.
Apparently, a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene.
A short, shifty-looking, stooped man.
Mr. Natsume, beyond any doubt. Saseki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. But it seems there were witnesses after all.
Hurley used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man shivering in fear.
Ugh. Mr. Sholmes' great deduction certainly hit the mark that time.
Of course it did. He's a great detective.
Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it?
Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly.
Hurley says that London is rife with crime.
Oh.
Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently.
Oh dear. I hadn't realized the situation was so dire.
That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person.
That's terrible. I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system.
I suppose it is. But in that case... I don't hold out much hope for Soseki-san. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative.
Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well.
Ah, well, I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene.
Of the case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean?
Yes, Mr. Natsume? Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings.
She's trying.
If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there.
Iris, do you know where those lodgings are?
Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there?
Yes, we know Inspector Gregson.
Ah, goody. In that case, give Gregsy this for me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know.
What is this?
A 5-shilling piece and a postcard, it seems. It reads, "Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem." Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it?
Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try.
Good luck then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. And I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back again soon.
We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime.
So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men at Scotland Yard at all. We headed back to the scene with Iris's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand.
I wanted to investigate.
Like?
Yeah, to be continued. I wanted to investigate the room.
Surely we can some other time, right? Or we can like go back there in the next chapter?
I think we can go back there right now. Hopefully everything stays the same.
How are my castmates feeling?
So Judge hasn't said a word in over 2 hours, and I have not stopped talking. How do you feel, Ren?
Do y'all want to take a break?
Do you want to keep going?
I would. We're gonna see Sholmes again soon, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Then in that case, can you give me, like, maybe 5 minutes?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Dad, are
Thank you.
you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Would you like to entertain chat? My voice is also a little
Okay.
tired. Iris's voice is very different to, I mean, it's not super different, but it's quite different to a lot of the, stuff that I do usually. How much further would I like to go? As far as everybody's comfortable, I'm good with anything.
I've got some work to do. Like I can try and start later tonight, but yeah, I might be able to go for like another hour or so,
Another hour. We could,
or maybe 2.
we could,
I'm not sure how
okay.
long the next to be continued is.
It shouldn't be too long. I think it's another investigation period, and then we go straight to the trial.
Okay. Should we stop before the trial? Because that's, the
Yeah,
big
I think so.
change. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let me, hold on. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles walkthrough. When's the next to be continued? We will see. Ta da 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 da. Ta da 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 da. Ta da 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 da. Da da. I think we can make some good progress. Even if we don't make it there, I think we'll get close. Alright, let's wait for Mugman to get back. We'll investigate the room, and then we'll continue. If we don't make it all the way, I think it's fine. Anyway, Judge, how are you feeling right now? What are your thoughts?
I'm liking it. I guess look forward to see more. I haven't had too much time to digest. I know I've been quiet, but I've been enjoying it so far. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Soseki. Yeah, I recognize him as well because I do know about I Am a Cat. I haven't. I've only seen bits of it, like the book. Only some extracts, but I haven't actually fully read it. But I have read the second most popular Japanese novel.
And that is?
No Longer Human.
That's what it's called. Let me think. What's the Japanese?
Junji Ito?
Well, no, Junji
Oh, no.
Ito did
Osamu Dazai.
Ito did an adaptation. Yeah, Osamu Dazai. Yeah.
For the manga adaptation by Junji Ito. Yeah, okay, so it got a manga adaptation.
Yeah. Ningen Shikaku. Yeah, that's the
Ningen Shikaku.
Japanese title.
It enjoys considerable popularity among younger readers and ranks as the second best-selling novel by publishing house Shinchosha, behind Souseki Natsume's Kokoro. Wow, it's that popular. I had no idea.
Yep.
At some point, I should read Kokoro and I Am a Cat. I mentioned earlier that I read London Tower. I mean, if I remember properly, there's a website called the Souseki Project that literally has all of his works like translated for free online. So I'll probably look through that at some point. I'm a big fan. Haven't read all of his works. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, sousekiproject.org. Yeah, a selection of Souseki shorter works. 10 Nights of Dreams, The Tower of London. Yeah, I really enjoyed The Tower of London. It was atmospheric and horrific. It was cool.
I sound half dead, Ink. Maybe.
It's just early in the morning.
What's high noon now?
What do you think of my Iris voice? I've been struggling with her a little bit.
I think it's very nice. It reminds me of the woman from Investigations you did. I forget her name, but she was in the baking competition, but she wasn't actually a...
Oh, jeez. Delicious Scone?
Yes.
Yeah.
She says, I'm a silly, muddled-headed, like, girl or whatever. And
yeah.
Calls you,
now that you mention it, it is similar.
I think that's fine. They both have a similar frame as well.
They do. They're both, like, pink and curly and British.
Stout.
True.
Yeah.
Though, to be fair, Miss Scone was an older lady who was just just had
Iris
dwarfism.
Is 10. Yeah. Could just be short too.
Like it's hard to balance like the British accent, a child's lack of diction, and and then the high voice at the same time. Does
Iris have lack of diction?
I mean, she's 10, so like.
But she's like a genius.
But she is a genius. But I mean, she's a genius of medicine. I mean, I guess she's of language too, but maybe not necessarily of speaking. You know.
She hangs out with Sholmes though.
True. She does surround herself with adults, so maybe her diction is a bit better.
I just realized that Natsume is also in Bungo Stray Dogs, which is literally anime writers and poets. Oh yeah, Dazai is in that one too.
I just realized that Natsume is also in...
yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, sorry. Okay, my bad.
At some point I'll watch Bungo Stray Dogs. At some point. It's pretty funny though, because I look up people like Osamu Dazai, and half of the results are the actual person, and then half of the results are the anime character.
He's featured in a bunch of stuff. I forget what game it is, but it features a bunch of different authors. Like Lovecraft's in it as well. It's weird.
I've only heard the word Lovecraftian. H.P. Lovecraft.
H.P. Lovecraft, yeah.
An American writer of weird science, fantasy, and horror fiction. He's best known for his creation of the Cthulhu mythos. Yeah? I had no idea. Wow.
That's a talk we'll have after the stream though. Like he's got some interesting backstory. I'll put it
problematic
vaguely.
Mess even by the Times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look.
Yeah. I
look at his
think
Wikipedia
Ink's
page.
hit it right. Yeah.
He apparently changed his ways later in life.
Yeah. He's a bit of a puzzle.
Lovecraft Circle. Call of Cthulhu. Da, 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 da. You mean?
I wouldn't even say like Call of Cthulhu is his most probably well-known work, but it's probably not his best. I would say. I think there's better, but yeah, he's very descriptive. He'll usually say stuff like, "Oh, I saw this indescribable horror, but I'll describe it anyway." In his stories. There's been a few adaptations or things inspired by his work. Junji Ito, he's influenced by Lovecraft.
Hey, that's cool.
And yeah. And what else was there? I mean, there was an adaptation of one of his short stories, The Color from Outer Space, starring Nicolas Cage. It's it's not a one-for-one adaptation, but it's got some yeah, it follows loosely the narrative. Yeah, like he deals with existential horror. That's what Lovecraftian means. Like it deals with eldritch gods that it's very nihilistic and misanthropic.
Ooh, Lovecraft was a white supremacist. Awesome. Oh, jeez.
You hear that? Aster said awesome.
Nope, nope, nope. Sarcasm, sarcasm, sarcasm. Nope, nope, nope. I don't, nope. I'm wagging my finger. Racism bad. I can't believe I have to clarify this. Are you kidding me? Jesus. Oh my god. He married a Jewish woman he viewed as being well assimilated. Jesus. Okay. All right.
I've got to tell you more about him after, but I need to do some more research on him too.
Clip that and cancel her now. This is what I get. Unbelievable. I will remark he apparently changed his ways later in life.
I recall, though, I need to find it though, but he suffered a lot from his mental health suffered greatly. His parents were both like died of like mania, and also I think both of them were institutionalized in an asylum, and Lovecraft like dreaded that like would happen to him, and unfortunately it did. He went he went into an asylum and he died there. But in his time there, I recall like hearing or reading somewhere that he did lament like his prejudices. Like there's no greater fool than I. Like something along the lines of that. And despite his obvious discrepancies, he seemed to be a big like he advocated or at least supported developing like female authors in the industry, among a few other things. Yeah, so he's not a necessarily cut and dry case of a person. It was also very. Actually, no. I'll leave that to later. That's might be a bit too much for the stream, but he didn't show too much affection or intimacy. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh man.
Usually, his wife would have to. Not incentivize, but just encourage him. I can't remember the exact details.
By the 1930s, Lovecraft's views on ethnicity and race had moderated. He supported ethnicities preserving their native cultures. For example, he thought that a real friend of civilization wishes merely to make the Germans more German, the French more French, the Spaniards more Spanish, and so on. This represented a shift from his previous support for cultural assimilation. His shift was partially the result of his exposure to different cultures through his travels in circle. The former resulted in him writing positively about Quebecois, I don't know if that's how you say it, and First Nations cultural traditions in his travelogue of Quebec. However, this did not represent a complete elimination of his racial prejudices. Okay, so the semi-happy ending, I guess, for Mr. Lovecraft.
I mean, he, yeah.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I heard something about Lovecraft. Are we talking about HP?
Yeah, Esther's not familiar with him.
I knew.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
complicated legacy.
I know the word Lovecraftian and like what that entails, but I never really knew anything. I didn't know that was like based off a guy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, good old H.P. Lovecraft. A lot of people cite him for major themes in cosmic horror, especially, but... while I do respect that, you can like the art and not the artist. Especially in his case. I feel like H.P. Lovecraft, if I remember right, he was not a great person.
yeah, I just looked it up. It looks like he had like decent views on a lot of things, but he was notoriously racist. He kind of fixed it by the end of his life, but not completely.
Fixed it.
Quote unquote. Anyway, I zoned out and came back to hear this stuff, what's happening. Talking about ancient authors. We were talking about Soliciting, and then we kind of moved on to other...
A century old.
Yeah, ancient. But yeah, we...
This man is ancient.
Shut up, you.
Hieroglyphics,
But,
really.
but like... Yeah, we were talking about like 100-year-old authors and stuff like that. We were talking about Soliciting, and then we were talking about Dazai, and then we were talking about other authors. We talked about Lovecraft. All right, Yossa. Oh, Ghost, don't tempt the mods. Anyway, let's move on.
It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation.
Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible.
Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at that silver tip Iris gave us for him.
Except we're going back.
Me. Hello. Goodbye. What the fuck?
Let's look across the whole room. So we got this area.
Violin!
I've seen pictures of Western musical instruments like this. It's called a violin, isn't it?
Of course it is! Mr. Sholmes is renowned for his violin playing.
Oh, really?
That's right. I just sort of slipped that in.
You did what, Iris?
I didn't really give it a lot of thought and just started adding it into the stories. Yes, Mr. Sholmes' exceptional violin playing has been mentioned a number of times. But the truth is, Hurley had barely touched the violin in his life up to that point.
Oh.
Of course, people started asking him to play for them after my stories were published, and he wasn't able to tell them that he didn't know how.
What did he do?
He went straight to the pawn shop and bought himself a very nice violin. And then he practiced. He practiced until his fingers very nearly dropped off.
Must be why he's so highly strung.
Before I knew it, he'd become rather good. The greatness of the great detective really shone with that experience, I think.
It was a great deception, that's for sure.
What on earth is this huge over-the-top machine?
That's the great analytoscope. It can analyze anything, really. Anything at all.
That's absolutely incredible.
It's one of Hurley's inventions. It took him a whole year. He said it was to help him with his investigations.
What sorts of things has he analyzed with it? Do you know?
Well, actually, he hasn't used it for anything yet.
Oh.
Why not?
Apparently, on the evening he finally completed it, it suddenly occurred to him, I don't actually have anything I need to analyze.
Oh dear.
How about you, Runo? Do you have anything you'd like to analyze?
The only thing that springs to mind is this machine itself. It looks like that huge metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee. It seems very sturdy with an equally sturdy lock.
Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things. I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Ooh, that chest contains some of my most valuable things.
And that smile tells me you're not going to give us any clue about what they are. Bruh. I do like this fireplace. It's one of the best things I've seen since we arrived in the country, in fact. Lingering beside the fire and watching the flames flicker and dance in the grate. It's so relaxing.
We can't relax, not when there are so many interesting things on the mantelpiece.
Oh, it's just as it was described in the stories.
It is?
Yes, exactly. Inside that Persian slipper, for example, are my chocolates for 11s.
And transfixed by that large jackknife
Is my shopping list for the market.
Oh, it's not quite how I remember it being described in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Poor Sata-san. She looks crushed.
Man, every time we open our mouth, we just have to ruin things for her.
A mystery shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men,
A bust of Napoleon. Ah, what an entrancing collection!
This is the first time in my life that I've seen a lonely old shoe displayed as an ornament.
Oh, those are all mementos that Hurley's collected from his past cases.
Really? Even the bust?
Yes, that's right. When the mood takes him, he likes to throw it on the floor and smash it to dust.
The poor defenseless emperor? Mr. Sholmes destroys it.
Yes, and then he buys a new one.
You make it sound like he has the temperament of an insane sculptor.
Ah, how entrancingly bohemian of him!
What? What?
Aw, cute.
Oh, look at her. Iris is hard at work at her desk. Look. She's tapping away on her typewriter so fast her fingers are a blur.
Sorry, I can't stop. I have to meet the deadline for the next issue.
Oh, I see. You must be very busy then.
Don't disturb her, Mr. Naruhodo.
I won't, so you can lower your arms now, please. Please, oh my god. What on earth is that big black lump over there?
Huh? That's a typewriter. It's a machine that allows you to write on paper without needing a pen. And wizardly quickly, too.
Ooh, that sounds like it could be very useful for someone like me with terrible handwriting.
Wait, Iris, are all the stories from the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, everyone typed on this trusty machine.
Oh, my goodness! How wonderful!
Sata-san looks like she's been shown into the Tokyo Imperial Palace gardens.
I love her.
What a beautiful English tea set. So neatly arranged.
It's a favorite pastime of mine. A cup of herbal tea in the afternoon.
Tea made of herbs.
That's right. I grow all sorts of herbs in the garden, so I can experiment with different blends. One moment, don't go away. I'll brew a pot of the special blend I came up earlier today.
She looks delighted. I only hope it's safe to drink.
Cute.
Ah, that's my blackboard where I note down ideas.
Black Peter? What does that mean?
Oh, how intriguing! It must be the title of Iris's latest work. Oh my! I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us.
Sata-san looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most grisly crime you could imagine.
Cute.
It's a case that Hurley solved just recently. A black cat called Peter went missing in the neighborhood. Hurley tracked it down at the fishmonger's in the end.
Well, I can't wait for the story to be published.
That's a charming little white shelf. And it's full of charming little bottles, too.
Oh yes, but don't touch any of those. They might explode.
Explode?
Are they exotic chemicals? Do you use them for exciting experiments?
Yes, indeed. And as Hurley always says, chemistry is an explosive science.
Sorry?
I agree. A single discovery can trigger an explosion of innovation all around the world.
Or perhaps he just meant it literally. Either way, mental note, do not touch any bottle that belongs to Iris.
And I think that's everything. Yeah, lots of wonderful little dialogue.
This
Alright,
game is so goofy.
it's so cute. Alright, let's go talk to the inspector. I think everything out here is the same. Whoops. Where's my auto clicker? Alright. 8? Oh.
She's busting out the auto clicker for this one shot. What do we do? Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment?
I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure.
We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson.
What? For me? From her ladyship?
Her ladyship.
Give that here! At once! Come on, hand it over! That's from me!
Okay, don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly?
It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's an appearance fee, that's what it is.
An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean...
That's right. For the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me. Every time.
Yes, yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly.
Of course, her using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still, it took me a second to read.
I'm sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you.
Can we try that one again? Oh, nope, that's me,
Mind
actually.
that? Never you mind that.
Yep, there we go. I'm back.
Did I do it right?
You did.
So, what you want to know then? Hey?
Sorry?
Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem.
Go on, fire away. What do you want to know about?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
Ah, the little knife-wielding mustache Japanese fellow. Oh, he lives in a right hovel. It's just over there, look. On the first floor of that house on the corner where that wreck of the bicycle's propped up.
That is nearby indeed.
If I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Garadeb. Right. Well, if you see her again, you make sure you give her ladyship my regards, yeah? I mean it! You tell her that Gregson sent his very best wishes!
Don't worry, Inspector. We will.
Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship!
Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left.
Yes. So then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings?
Definitely! Alright. In we go. thought Iris has Grixon wrapped around her little finger. Yeah, for real.
Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh god. Ugh. May I help you?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes. Would this be the resident of, Mr. John Garadeb?
Indeed it would, sir. And who may I say is calling?
My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Souseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garadeb.
Did you see that, Miss Sato? That was a real-life English maid.
I know! As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh! Oh, this day keeps getting better!
It certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it?
We need only to meet a butler, and the experience will be complete!
Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment.
Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garadeb will see you now. This way.
So originally I was planning on having I was planning on having Mugman do John Garadeb, but I feel
Garadeb?
bad. So,
Judge?
It has been 2.5 fucking hours.
I
You
feel
you don't have to just for the sake. If you think the voice fits for Mug,
it doesn't really matter for this guy. Anyway, yeah, the power couple, the sun and the moon. Anyway,
Judge? He's all yours.
Okay. Oh, good day to you, John Garaday, at your service.
Cadaver.
That's the voice!
Well,
Yes, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer.
do excuse me not getting up. Took a shot.
Sorry, you just sound like Patrick, but trying to be refined. Like
so this is a very
SpongeBob.
this is a weathered. He was pretty rugged back in his day. He is a military veteran. The only reason he's not in service right now is because, yeah, he took a shot to the knee and he can't walk properly.
I used to be an adventurer like
Bitch.
you. It's not Patrick I'm basing it on, it's a... This is really old now. It's the Attack on Titan Abridged, like, one-shot that Team Forster had to do. Jean in that. He had, he's like, oh, I'm John Kirsey from Dawson of the Aces Academy. I'm going to be joining the military police.
god.
I voice stuck in my head.
You're right next door to like Patrick and fucking
100
Moist
points
Critical.
for Gryffindor sounds like Snape. Snape's not a bad idea,
Go on,
actually.
say 100 points for Gryffindor.
What, in that voice or Snape's
In
voice?
Snape
Yeah.
voice.
100 points for Gryffindor.
That's great! Oh my god!
Do we want to go with that instead?
Low key?
Okay.
Maybe
No,
just...
that's a Norse god.
let's try out a couple things and see what fits.
Okay.
Do whatever you think would be funny.
Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwand, don't you know?
I have Snape in my stream now, that's crazy.
Severus Snape.
I found the source of the mysterious ticking noise. It's a pipe bomb.
Yay!
Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comings.
Maybe he's a little less full of himself.
So he is a retired soldier.
Mr. Garrideb used to be a great example of English horsepower. Then he took a pellet to the knee.
It's a hell of a job getting up and downstairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine.
Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs.
You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo.
Do you think so?
Well, Mr. Garrideb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal.
No, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol.
Folderol,
Oh.
I guess.
Folderol.
I don't know that word.
I take that as medicine. Go back. I didn't finish up his sentence.
Yummers.
Yummers. Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly. No! Dash it, old woman! Be careful!
How dare me, I do beg your pardon, sir.
You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands.
I shall be more careful, sir.
So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now.
What? Yes, I see.
Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs. Is that right?
Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us.
Only two, please, naturally. Especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blighty.
Blighty.
I know what I said.
Okay.
Blighty.
I commit to the bit everywhere I go. Look at this fucker move.
Bro.
We've forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were.
Oh, is it?
Even had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe?
Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea. All the detective business. All that detective business.
Oh, but you have a copy of Ranster magazine here, so...
No.
No.
Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak.
So he's in Soseki-san's room.
It's a bally nuisance.
Oh, bally.
Is what it is. A bally nuisance. Blast it. It's a bally nuisance, is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling.
I love the way he talks. It's a bally nuisance. It's jolly unsettling. I guess he's stirring his tea with his pipe. I don't know. It's going in his mouth either way. Oh, let's look around.
Yummers.
Let's look around this room.
Yummers.
That looks like a Medal of Honor, and it's showcased on a very grand banner.
Yes, it's displayed with some pride, I would say. Although it does bother me that it's not straight.
What? That old thing.
Sorry?
I should be glad to see the back of it, but the general would turn in his grave if I disposed of it. The wall's the best place for it. Keeps the ballet thing out of my way.
Sounded like you really held on to that bee for as long
The
as you could.
Bally.
Bally.
I wanted to make sure I was right, so I was considering how it sounded.
Actually,
In
oh my
my
god, I
head.
just realized this voice that you're doing right now is perfect for a future character that I'm really looking forward to. Oh,
no.
man.
I hope
Oh,
these two
shit.
don't interact.
Do not interact!
Yeah.
This is my DNI list.
So many substitute
If you
swear
say
words.
anything,
Yeah.
Detectives, DNI.
Detectives DNI. Herlock Sholmes DNI.
I hate that motherfucker. Also, Japanese people DNI. I'm
That's
racist.
crazy, by the
Oh
way.
my god. I
I'm
never said that.
racist.
I never said
I mean,
that.
I never said that. I never
Wait,
said a slur.
wait.
In my life,
Judge, can you
What?
do the funny and say I don't drive cars in Sholmes' voice again?
I don't drive cars.
Thank you. Let's continue.
So it's just been polished to shine by accident, I suppose.
There appears to be an inscription on the medal itself. Look. Let me see. It says, for distinguished participation.
Sounds like the kind of honors even I could be in line for.
Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet, but I was given that for my time in the army.
I'm so sorry. My brain went. Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own load.
I think you're insane.
I'm
Ignore
not
me.
I'm not the species
I did
from
not
Dragon
say
Ball.
that.
I am not the species from Dragon Ball. I am not insane. Saiyan. That was so stupid. Sorry. Let's continue. Can't measure an office by the number of medals to his name, of course. Common knowledge in military circles. Oh wow, he's actually that far away. How do you teleport?
What was that, sir? Hello? I can't quite hear you. Are those mortar shells? They're enormous!
I hadn't noticed. What are they doing here?
Let's not make any more sex jokes, please.
Ah, those old things. Couple of little rounds I accidentally fired into the barracks during training, you know. Became a bit of a colorful regiment folklore, that incident.
You mean you deliberately hunted out the spent shells?
Well, I wouldn't say deliberately, exactly. They're only scrap iron, after all. Usually just thrown away, I believe. But you never know when things might come in useful, do you?
Useful for what exactly?
Yes, well... Joan here did manage to knock one of the bally things on my foot the other day while she was dusting.
Oh no.
Oh my god, the judge doing the fucking Mancubus bloodtooth voice.
Yes. Hadn't shed a tear at all.
I kind of see it, yeah.
Hadn't shed a tear since 1869. Before then, no.
Get closer.
Before 1869, you know.
I love talking.
Shut up. Shut up, Mugman. Judge, keep it up.
Why am I even
Well,
here, bro? Damn.
It's Fenn's line.
Yeah, you need
Maybe
to say.
reconsider throwing them away?
So they were talking about these things. These are huge, by the way. Anyway.
Yes, jacket.
That uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it?
It's clearly been well looked after, though.
That old thing? Pah. Not much better than rags, really.
Oh?
Wore that ceremonial garb at my retirement bash, you know. But I'm not one for dwelling on the past me. Would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Anyway, doesn't hurt to have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it?
Oh, I see.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yes, I'm fine. Perhaps we should leave the past in the past.
Big ass
Okay, I'm
cannon.
going back over here.
That's a full-sized cannon. What's it doing in here?
Oh my. It's real! I thought it might be a replica.
That old thing. Bah, that's a little more than a toy.
Sensing a theme with the way you fucking talk, dude. Oh my god. Okay, say the line, Bart. Say the line. Sorry?
The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never knew that when the enemy might attack next, jolly useful to have a cannon about the house.
Really? It isn't overkill?
Be prepared, I always say. You'll never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy. By the way, this is potentially a Blood Meridian reference, but you haven't got that far in the book yet.
Sorry.
No, I've already finished it.
Oh, you have? Then you know, when you
Yes.
have a cannon.
Do you think
So,
do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Garadeb?
always is. Take Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over the barrel, you see. They dry very well on the cannon there, Joan tells me. Which rather proves my point, I feel.
It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame.
Quickly, Mug. Thoughts on Blood Meridian, just without spoiling, and just quickly. Like, did you like it?
Very good. The ending made me very sad, but it made me think about a lot, and then it made me think about the whole book as a whole. And then
Nice.
I really liked it.
Cool.
So, like,
We'll
I-
talk more about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it after.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I notice you have a pile of books here, Mr. Garadeb. Do you enjoy reading?
No. Ever
Okay.
experienced Ever experienced a London winter, boy? The nights are long. No better way to pass the time than in front of a fire with a jolly good book. If this were today, I'd be gaming right now.
Oh, there's a copy of Rand's magazine here, I see. No doubt Mr. Garadeb enjoys the adventures of Herlock Sholmes too.
Me and Joan make a mean Fortnite duo.
I think he sounds a
The Great
little
Detective
too
has many
flat.
followers, it would seem.
Just a little.
Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely.
Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder?
I'm going to have a very quick look. Just a little peek.
Maybe let's not, Miss Subtle. I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of tea. Why does she talk like that?
Oh, look! What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleaming silver cake stand.
Lined up? It looks more like someone has half demolished them to me.
Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. It's quite the English way. It is Mr. Garadeb's custom to take 2 cakes with his tea.
That sounds delightful.
Oh, wait a minute, though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand.
Well, naturally. And it would never do to waste the leftovers. So whatever Mr. Garadeb doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joan, you shall have to tidy up.
How magnanimous of you.
I've not used the word magnanimous in years. Holy fuck.
Crockery
Look
is
at
so
this
fucked.
crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it?
Oh my, a genuine London dresser! Isn't it delightful? Although the shelves seem to be broken and the crockeries... Oh dear, it's in pieces!
I was yawning, forgive me. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice. That shit was bussin' crazy style.
Huh? I wonder... Would you call that bussin' crazy style? Perhaps
That's exactly
the
what-
cannon was fired at it!
That's crazy.
Aha! Yes, probably something like that. But let's not delve too deeply here.
And then big ass window.
This window looks out over Briar Road, where the young woman was attacked.
Oh, yes. I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road investigating the crime scene.
The glass is rather murky, isn't it? You can't see very clearly.
Does this thing open at all, I wonder?
Mug saying impudent piece of crockery. Can we hear it?
Impudent piece of crockery!
Beautiful. Thank you.
I shouldn't underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, sir. As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No Londoner would go opening windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you.
Seems very unlikely that these two would have seen anything of the incident then.
Yes, これで終わりかな?
That portrait of Mr. Garrideb is glaring at me, I swear.
Have you noticed that all the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Garrideb as well?
Yes, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mantelpiece as well.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Seem to come back from...
I'm going
Ah,
to off a third time.
Ah, yes. Seem to come back from the local pawnbroker with that little trinket.
Seem to come back? What do you mean? Cut you off again.
The chap who runs the place is a bally wizard.
What?
Went in to sell him something and came out with that thing. I know very much about wizards. In point of fact, now I think about it, I'd rather often find myself leaving the place with something I don't need.
Okay.
The lion ornament certainly does seem surplus to requirements.
Sun doesn't pull her punches. Or throws, for that matter. Ren?
I'm sorry, I'm practicing my British accent.
About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garrideb, please do tell us.
Ah, yes. The Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week.
Yes.
Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then?
I have 2 lodgers most of the time. One on the ground floor, and one just below us. The first floor room became available. Ah! Dash it all, Joan! Do be careful!
Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Why?
He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything.
We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure.
Practicing?
Yes.
How dare you fall?
I will slap you in the face.
I love how he got interrupted for real in the story, but you know, it just seems to be a thing.
Is Ren good? Where is she? What?
Hi, I'm back. Sorry.
You good? What happened?
She's doing it on purpose at this point. My lovely mother is leaving for a trip, and she came in like twice. So it was.
I understand now.
Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? She came in, and because my mom is like actually British, she came in and she was like, "You're saying everything incorrectly," and I was like, "Amazing." Like what is one of the lines earlier that she got on me about? Nope, I don't remember which one it was, but she was like, "There's no W in require," or whatever, and I was like, "Require." Sit down. Anyway, did I say it? I forgot.
You did.
Okay.
Yes, oh yes, indeed there was.
And she's dying to tell us. Had you noticed anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume?
Oh my word, yes, the man was shadier than an orchard.
Could you elaborate?
Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is, more than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too.
Oh, I see.
The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night, but I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning.
Could you clarify something, I wonder?
What, pray?
How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine?
Ooh!
I'd understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house. Is that correct?
Judge!
Man, these two are just beating us up. Is Judge
Absolutely
dead?
tragic.
Oh my god, all of us are dying. Uh-oh, Mugman's
Damn.
sending a message. Just got a call.
Oh,
no!
Judge is getting a call right now.
Ruh-oh. Damn. Anyway,
How are you feeling, darling?
Okay, I suppose.
we can have my fair
I'm
lady at
getting
home.
winded very fast,
fair lady at home.
surprisingly.
I'm thinking, I'm also getting pretty tired. Do you want to finish this conversation and then call it a day?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get Judge back here and then, we'll ask him what he thinks. I imagine Soliciting probably took a lot out of you.
Oh my god, yeah. He gave me an adrenaline rush for like the first like 20 minutes, and then
It was all downhill from there.
and then it was all downhill from there, and now I'm like even more winded.
Oh dear.
It's okay. It'll be fine. You're already yawning too, so yeah, you're clearly doing great.
Shut up, you. I'm gonna be up for longer because we've got a big stream happening in a couple days.
and
Right.
I have
but
started...
I wanna
Mhm.
I wanna still like stay up, but I feel like kind of focusing on this is draining me, especially since I haven't had caffeine like all day.
You should have,
I will be having gamer sups the day of the day of, but yes.
of the big stream.
Of the 1st of April, so to speak.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back.
This is being asked.
Guys, we're probably
gonna
gonna stop after this conversation.
Everyone's feeling a bit tired.
Okay, that's all good.
And, you don't have that much time left either, so all good. Daesun?
Yep.
Alright. All
Let
yours.
us commence forth.
Let's
That's
commence
right, yeah.
forth. British.
Keep interrupting me, I see. That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and street level.
Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example. Even the times they go to bed.
Good grief, Joan! Be more careful, woman!
Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Something doesn't add up here. How could she be a maid yet be so clueless? Let's do the incident 2 days ago. It seems that the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window at around that time?
The window.
Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement, just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
5 o'clock is dinner time in the Garideb
Household.
household. So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan?
Oh, sir, it would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road.
Oh, I see.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
Such as...
Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated.
Well...
Yes? Was there something then?
Well, it's nothing particularly significant, but around the... For the love of God, Joan! What's what you're doing?
Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Do be more careful, woman.
Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow.
Oh, yes?
I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all.
Oh, really? Mr. Garadeb? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been.
Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, really. Nothing... Joan Dashinall! What is the matter with you, woman?
Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened.
Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal. Joan?
That's right, Mr. Garadeb.
What is the matter with these two?
It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident. But what?
I wish I knew. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on?
Why, certainly. Just below us on the first floor.
And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there even as we speak?
Why, yes. told me that's his name, had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsume has engaged Mr. Sholmes' services.
That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around? In Mr. Natsume's room, I mean.
Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs.
Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try.
By the way, there's
need
nothing
all the-
left down there. All that tea has destroyed what was ever left.
Oh, it's sunk through the floor like an alien. Ugh.
How does this man still have feeling in his legs? I mean, he didn't rise to greet us. There's a reason for that.
I can't rise at all.
It's a problem.
Okay, we need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we?
Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more.
So,
Alright.
we're stopping here?
I'm kinda...
Retired. Alright. Alright, I'm sorry everyone. We will see Mr. Sholmes next time.
I don't drive cars.
Alright. Well, with that, everyone, we are gonna call it here. Thank you everybody so much for joining. Wow, look at how fast that chat is moving. Thank you all so much for joining. Any final words from my castmates?
I hope you all enjoy yourselves. Until next time with me, but I think you'll be seeing Astron defend much sooner on a foolish day.
Oh, on a foolish
certain
day
fool's day.
indeed.
Be there or don't.
Any final words, darling?
Be there or don't be there. You know, you'll just make me sad if you're not there.
Real. You don't want to make him sad, do you?
You don't want to make me sad, right?
Alright.
No. This game is fun, and I want to play this one more.
Yeah!
I had a lot of fun. I totally wasted everybody's time looking for all the dialogue that I'd never seen before. I was very entertained. And I'm excited to continue this. Next time we'll be getting lots and lots of judge, so just you wait, everyone. I'm super excited for it.
Yosha! Alright. And with that, thank you for joining us, and good night.